climbs and falls. He falls not from a mountain, but into a city. This is a city rock. The climber climbs on the graffiti of his society. No matter, he will climb up to bigger rocks. These too are rocks. Yosemite Valley, Valley of Great Walls. A wall is simply the imagination's refusal to cope with a rock so large. But they are still rocks. What to do with such a rock? These men know. They are climbers. And the prospect invites. The adversary itself, Sentinel Rock. The lost arrow. Half Dome collects the sun's last rays. There is an evening ritual, selecting pitons, which can be driven into cracks in the rock. Carabiners to attach the rope to the piton. Hammers, loops, stirrups, these are the tools. And water bottles. On the walls, water sustains life even more than hardware. 1.5 quarts per man per day. After this, there is only thought. Personal, private. Tomorrow is here, clear and warm. The valley floor is lush, but the monolith ahead looms dark gray and fearful. The route leads into the shadow of the wall. As the present becomes harsh and unyielding, what is left behind becomes more friendly, more valued. Upland and lowland, each has its place. Then the rock is here and now. It asks total commitment. For most good climbers, this was given years ago when a choice was required. Now it is automatic. Another ritual. The rope is uncoiled. The hardware is attached with infinite attention to placement, arrangement, details. Finally, the rope is tied to the waist loop. The climbers are now a team, connected by an umbilical cord from now until some later time. This is the route. One of the team must lead. He tests the block to see if it is loose. It is not. But what if it were? Jump quickly aside, throw it over the shoulder? Better to judge first and well. Protection is needed. He selects the correct piton the first time and drives it home. It is not for support, but to catch him should he fall. He won't, but sometime on some wall he will. The appraisal is less agonizing when it precedes the event. Now it is possible to move with safety, For danger respects technique. This technique of safeguarding the climber with a rope is called belaying. Again, the exquisite decision. Easier to go on to a stance, safer to place another piton. Absolute confidence is required. Without it, hands sweat, legs shake, feet slip uncontrollably. Both hands need to hold on, but one must do work contrary to instinct. The piton is in, the carabiner attached, but where is the rope? The right rope. Forearms tighten ominously. Then all is well. Life flows forward. The climber moves with his eyes. He climbs on handholds and footholds, but they must be seen. He must take the time and strength to look. And if he finds no hold, he has only his pretensions to climb upon. Yosemite's walls are smooth, but most walls have one superb hold. It is used joyously and redundantly. The pack must come up too. It contains food, water, more iron, and extra clothing. The leader has stopped, anchored himself. His partner will now climb, safe as long as the rope from above has no slack. Now he is belayed. There is no staircase for the second man. For him it is safer, but not easier. He removes the pitons. They will be needed again. The men climb differently, a matter of stature and build. They are equally skilled. Difficulty sometimes double up on the shorter man. Craft and strategy then substitute for length. A careful search discovers a hold that the leader neither needed nor found. A tentative approach, connection, then back to the puzzle. Success finally depends upon a highly regarded technique of mountaineering, the struggle. The umbilical cord shortens but must again reach out. A climb is a fluid succession of sections or pitches. First one man's lead, then the others. The route leads up a chimney. It is difficult, but vulnerable to technique. The climber wedges himself, then moves. wedges, and moves. Protection again becomes necessary. The Yosemite heat arrives. The granite walls shimmer in the sunlight. Motion extracts sweat from every pore, dislodges dirt and moss which cling to the body, scour the eyeballs, even obscure the vision of success. Climbing is an ever-present contrast, an immediate juxtaposition of the agony and the ecstasy. The wall yields slowly and grudgingly. Until now, gymnastic ability and protective technique have been enough. No longer. Now, pitons must be placed regularly, like rungs of a ladder. The climber attaches nylon slings or stirrups to the piton and advances artificially. This is neither a lesser nor greater form of the art. It is different. The pace is slow, the delays irksome to the belayer. For the climber, time, strength, and resolve measure themselves out through the same hourglass, quickly. They are irreplaceable. Another belay. As the second climber removes the pitons, he reduces the points of attachment which alone hold both of them to the wall, a case of diminishing security. The passing is done with care. The new leader relinquishes the pack, but takes the iron. Again, the cord stretches out. Nowhere is man more dependent upon his fellow man, and nowhere more isolated. Each pitch echoes a recurring cycle of separation, then reunion. The next pitch is the most difficult of all. It requires the ultimate anchor to safeguard the leader. The anchor is found and pronounced bomb-proof. A crack leads onward. It accepts pitons, but each new piton increases the width of the crack. If the 12th piton is driven too hard, the first 11 may fall out. Or if the 12th piton itself fails, the others will be plucked out in succession as the climber falls. This is known as a zipper fall. It is to be avoided, but the face must be traversed. A patient, gentle technique is essential. The technique for walking on eggshells. Nothing is done with force or speed. It is conquest by stealth. All things are done tentatively. Alpenglow warns of approaching night. It is time to bivouac. This is a bivouac hammock, which makes sleep possible on a vertical or overhanging wall. Personal involvement dictates anchoring it uncommonly well. Great walls brook few mistakes. One should also be careful where he puts it. Consternation may result. Lightweight, down-filled jackets form a cocoon for warmth and simply as something to live within. Dinner consists of various incomestibles recommended only by convenience and nutrition. Agony or ecstasy. And water. There is almost never enough, and darkness alone cannot slake thirst. Then come the night thoughts. The vision must be kept, for it does not shine bright by itself. Relate to me, please. The world down below, which is one life, and this, which is another. Does anyone down there know I'm here? Would it matter? Should it matter? Thoughts differ and are private. Occasionally, sleep intrudes upon thought. The sun rises like life reborn. It is warm, and it is life itself. Overnight, the wall has become a home, a place to live. Breakfast is in bed. There's no question as to which is the right side of bed to get up on. Sluggish limbs move slowly, but react to the benevolent warmth of the sun. The procession gains tempo. The warm granite once again molds itself to the hand. The rope again hangs free and clean on a long lead. Vertical lines, exposure, the lichens on the wall, their fresh smell, the crystals themselves, these things somehow equate themselves with purpose, and purpose with serenity. The mood is one of transcendency, agony, or ecstasy. If climbing is done more with the eyes than with the body, it is also done more with the feet than with the hands. It becomes a ballet, as delicate as it is demanding. Life becomes a blend of paradoxes, of liberation amid discipline, of minor successes encompassing minor failures. The pitches fuse one into the next. The ascent is no longer physical displacement from bottom to top. It is human expression, as individual as a name or a signature. Once again, daylight turns on before turning off. For some men, the brief candle represents a lifetime. For the climber, it is once a day. Small people on a big wall. Hasten before darkness intervenes. Another chimney, the final examination. Then the wall opens up like a gift of joy. The way is clear, the focus unwavering. The gift of the wall lies solely in knowing the precise location and character of the destination. There is no bonus, no conferment of grace. The world below certainly maintains its indifference. But then, who can say he knew exactly where he wanted to go, then went there?